When that happens, we'll bring that to you here live on Live Impact News. In the meantime, our own Julie Kay is covering this story as well. 1 year since the president was inaugurated, Julie, and you spoke to a number of people, a political professor on politics, as well as getting some local reaction to the president's first year in service.
Yeah, I heard a lot of things because we did just do the classic news thing where I went outside and I just asked random people, what do you think about Trump? We wanted to stay in the city of Charlotte today because one of the biggest stories of Trump's presidency was, at least here, Operation Charlotte Web, which has kind of had reverberations around the state, which is what I talked to Chris Cooper about at Western Carolina University. So we kind of hit on some points of what are the biggest stories from Trump's presidency in North Carolina, and I would say number one, immigration enforcement, that being, Charlotte's Border Patrol deployment that, has kind of set the rest of the cities in the state on edge. Is that going to happen here? As well as Raleigh had some of that as well. Number two, I would say Helene funding. The delay in that from both the state and federal, for whatever reason, that has been kind of the feeling in Western North Carolina of how come there hasn't been more. If you remember President Trump's inauguration, he mentioned Hurricane Helene multiple times that day. And so he made a very clear point to bring that up repeatedly. And the feeling in Western North Carolina is very mixed. But at this point, of course, I think the bottom line is they just simply haven't gotten enough money. And that is not even a political thing to say. It's just a fact that there's just not enough funding at this point. And then the other thing would be tariffs and the economy in general. Of course, we've got the furniture industry in North Carolina that is impacted by that. But at the same time, I would say, and this is what Chris Cooper said, really just the general feeling at the grocery store. Even things that aren't related directly to tariffs or related to anything President Trump has done, people relate the economy in general with the president in office. And so those are really the three things that we talked about, and the things that I heard from people today as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you break it down like that, what does this mean for the daily family? And, you might talk about lower inflation, better interest rates, but if eggs are still costing $5 for 12, then, it just kind of hits home like that. And interesting, because the president was in Western North Carolina shortly after his inauguration and telling folks that he's trying to leave it up to the each state's government and to leave it to North Carolina with, some minimal help from FEMA. So, okay, well, interesting, Julie. I look forward to that report. When are you coming up?
Well, we'll be at 5 and 6 because there's going to be a protest in Uptown for the 1 year of President Trump. So we'll actually be there live with protesters, seeing what they have to say as well.
All right. Julie Kay in for the 1 year mark for President Trump, and we'll look forward to seeing you on WCNC Charlotte at 5 and 6. See you then.
Thank you.
Thank you.